Well, if we weren't live before, we are now. I guess I forgot to hit done with uh my OBS settings. So let me double check to make sure that I actually pushed through on Twitch real quick. I think it did. So Twitch, go to my Twitch, mine, my channel. I want to go. All right, it did change, but back to OBS now, and then back. Hope y'all are doing okay and great today. We are going to be resuming Dishonored playthrough. Where we left off, I know it's been a little bit since we played last, but essentially what happened is we got betrayed. Who could have seen that coming? Not me. Totally not me. You know, it's not like I've played this game before. So we got betrayed, and then we got dumped in the flooded district, and then Dowd, the guy that actually assassinated the Empress Jessamine, tossed our loot down a pit and then had us put in a cage cell thingy to then get us ready to be delivered to the alliance that we helped, basically put in power. So that is where we're at today. Today for drink, we got water and some caffeine because, boy howdy, things have been exhausting, to say the least. But we're going to play some Dishonored. We're going to... I'm not sure I need to pick up a sword. I kind of want to see how far I can go before I need to get one. But anyways, let's get into it. The Flooded District. Betrayed and poisoned by Havelock, Martin, and Pendleton, you've awakened in the ruins of the Flood District, where the assassin Dowd has you under guard. Cover your gear, confront Dowd, and find a way out of the district. So, let's see here. So we read the bounty ledger. We could grab a sword here, but I want to see if we can go through without grabbing one and see how far along we can get before we need to actually get one. So we're gonna... I forgot they're right above me. So we're gonna go ahead and do a quick little save here, because if I don't need to grab one, I'm not going to. I want to see how far I can go before I need to grab one. So I do know that these boys are pretty aware of their surroundings, more or less. For various reasons, because one, they're also gifted with powers. So I'm going to see if I can do this without needing to pick up a sword. Let's see. Well, instantly spotted, so we're going to go ahead and reset there. Feels bad, man. Okay, so I need to remember how to get around this part. It has been a hot minute since I've done this. If I remember correctly, that dude right there that's currently just chilling will eventually move on. And there's a spot in between their movement where I can sneak up there and then be on my merry way. But I need him to get off the wall so I can do that, because I'm in his field of view regardless of what I do here. I think I could distract him with a brick, but I think that instantly aggroes them both. This guy's gonna peer over the railing. Not actually. Let's see here. Need you to not go. That way, I need you to go to the right. No such dice. I don't remember. I think there's a spot over yonder I can get to. There we go. So, if I can, I don't necessarily need money, because I'm pretty sure I stocked up on everything before. I just need to get to my gear, and then we'll be on our merry way. I don't think this guy comes back this way. I don't think I can get above field of vision any higher besides right here. Let's go ahead and do that. Because, like, part of me does want to loot that, but at the same time, it's like, I don't need any of the gear there, because I'm pretty sure... Oh, I only have one of each. That should be enough. Okay, so now... we're gonna go for our gear. So we're just gonna full send it. So we don't need to 100% anything right now, as far as, like, trying to get loot. I don't even think in this area there is anything else besides that bone charm. We've only missed, like, one bone charm too this entire run, so I'm pretty happy about that. I mean, there's obviously some things it's like I wish I would have went and did properly, but, you know, this game is old enough where it's like it's not necessarily I have to. That makes sense. If I remember correctly, I think there's people in this room? Oh, there's some river crusts. Where are they shooting at me from? All the way over there, okay. We're gonna have to kind of boogie, I think. I think we can go up here. Here. There's a Weeper. Don't think this is enough to kill. Never mind, it was enough to kill. Go ahead and loot these dudes then. Actually really, really handy. Now, it's a dead rooster. So we got like, let's go. I think these are all Weepers in here too, so like I am in bad territory, as it were. But the good news is, should be able to kind of just shoot through here with no issue. You want to hit that up because there's food there, but I'll risk it. Oh. Sneaky sneak. We're gonna go to the refinery. This is where I think we actually start dealing with more people. See, they got that quarantine fence up with keep these guys out, because again they are working in the whatchamacallit district. refinery manager's log. From a tanks batch B coming from the whale house slaughtered need to be connected to the deeper pipe row only. These barges contain blubber from juvenile whales and have to undergo a different refinement process to ensure the same level of potency. Need to get the tankers emptied and back out to the whale house as fast as possible. Greaves Lightning Oil Company is on track for record profits this quarter, and I want it to be the refinery that gets the credit for it, not those ass scratchers at Whale House. So as you can see, it's like this is clearly where like they've set up shop at. Some river crust down there. I think. You know, I did leave that other area where the bone charm was at, didn't I? I don't think I need to power anything up. I think I can kind of just, like, shimmy my way up there. Actually, no, I do need to power something up. I remember now. Because we need to get in there. Kind of like go. I can't remember if these are linked to alarms that trigger off. Primary safety notice. Remember to keep the stairs in the up position at all times unless there's a shift change or an emergency. Failure to do so may result in damage to the equipment and or loss of life. In the event of an actual emergency, the main power will be shut off. Use the backup receptacle to your right to restore power to this control panel. Because the staircase. Because we are so much. I know this isn't the way you're supposed to do it, but like, I pressed the wrong button. It worked. It's like, yeah, there's the door right there, but I think the door's hooked up to an alarm. I don't know why I'm recalling that, but I feel like it is. What you do is go, oop. Oh, a hack. I'm gonna kill myself doing this. Letter Stu. Hey Stu, here's the deal. Old Greaves Refinery still has vats filled with processed oil that no one's touched. We just need to collect a bunch of empty tanks, use the pumps they have at the front of the station, fill them back up. With water level so high, we'll be able to get in. We'll be able just to pull a bolt in and out, no problem. Just don't go alone. The river crusts everywhere. These critters are rough. Don't do it. I hate river crust so much, man. Alright, this is the last time I'm going to try it before I just try opening the door from the inside. Ha ha ha! We made it. And because we're worthy. I like it how I was worried about an alarm when it's like I had all that abundant noise right there. Rats are gonna go scurry off. We're gonna go into this place, get our stuff, go back for the whale bone charms and the runes. My gear. There it is. Falling star. 8 bone. Yeah, there's a lot in endowed space. Alright. See what that one does. Falling star drop station. Oh. And I'm doing a non-violent playthrough.
Why would you come back here?
Hard to say, but we should watch the streets. We'll see him from the rooftops.
All right. If nothing else, we can cut him off at the market.
He can't get through the rail station without the key.
This one is resourceful. You'll find a way.
I like that little, like, touch of in-game cutscene information. Okay, so I need to go get a tank. Are they gonna actually make me have to grab an assassin's blade now to break this? Bet. Because we are low. Okay, cool. Trainer now. Tell your shift captain to assign a maintenance berk for every shift. The conduits keep shorting out up here. At least authorize us to put the whale oil canister in a backup receptacle next to the bridge. Keep a power flow steady. For Greaves Company, for crying out loud. You think we'd be able to afford a little extra one of our own oil tanks? Dang. I feel that, buddy. Or if you need me to make it simple for you, with no power, the bridge stays up. If the bridge stays up, we can't access the refinery pit. No pit access. We don't do our jobs. Plain and simple. Come on, man. Gotta do, dog. Big greedy business CEO doesn't understand that. House. In the early days, when ships brought in the great dead whales, men would slaughter them and reduce their blubber to oil in massive vats on the banks of Wernhaven. Small crews maintained their own vats, with workers specializing as fire tenders, slicers, gutmen, haulers, or strainers. Inevitably, once the demand went up, the businessman moved in, wooing the best crews with promises of better pay and safer conditions. The warehouses went up at the edges of the Shore Financial District. Night. None was more organized, or as some would say, more ruthless than Greaves' Whale House. Opened by Ebenezer Greaves himself. Of course, he's an Ebenezer. The Greaves Whale House grew rapidly, absorbing rivals until it dominated the trade. At its peak, the operation employed over 300 workers, not including the children, who filled minor and often tragic roles. Those associated with the refinery were recognizable by their head-to-toe industrial leather uniforms and masks they wore to protect against. If you're curious, I believe that's what the assassins are wearing here. These ships made by the Sokolov fellow make life easier than it was in youth. I tell you what, we were at the mercy of the winds. Nowadays, the engines get up at first whale sign, and there ain't time now to roast the boys from their bunks afore you're on the herd. We call it the biggest bash we can lay eyes on, and the pilots drag us out from the circling brutes. Them things groan and bellow across the water like they're calling to each other. Men bellow, say can you feel it in the hull? But when the harpoons go, the beast cannot make for deep water no more. weeks from lost bread, we launched the hook boat and put chains into the tail. Then the winches drag bastard backward up the chute and into the rigging of the bed. Any more secrets from it?
They butcher the deep ones here, breathing in the rich stink of their enchanted flesh.
I think I'm gonna run into a Weeper here. There's two Weepers right there. Way. Come down. Will vivisection. Uh-oh. I got spotted. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variants in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female some 42 feet in length. I estimated she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart. Sketching and taking notes against her billowing, I cut into the mass of tentacles around her mouth. Within, I found a row upon row of teeth and a belling running along the upper jaw. Though this broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Sleep there time. Go sleep. You know what's funny? Pretty sure that is High Overseer Campbell right there. Campbell's curse. Curse that fool. It was. Curse that fool Harm Burrows. The Lord Regent. My Lily Light bottom. We almost had it all. Now I wear the Heretics brand for the short remainder of my days. Excuse me. The Heretics brand of all things. I should have banned the ritual, but in truth I plan to use it against a few undesirables should the need arise. Perhaps even higher. Now it's all lost. When I spy my own reflection in a puddle of filthy water, I see failure burned into my face. I am cast out. Another plague is upon me already. The fever grows, and my thoughts are slippery as hagfish. Won't be long before I'm drooling, moaning, and bleeding from the eyes. Last week, I was sipping fine Tivian wines and enjoying the comforts rightfully afforded to my position within the abbey. Today, I sleep in filth, lost in this bleak and destroyed district. If my mind is going to rot away, then let these be my last words. The final coherent thoughts of Thaddeus Campbell, a great man, a voracious lover of life in all flavors and odors, and once the High Overseer in the greatest capital city of Dunwall itself. From the blackness of the void, I fling curses upon the head of Corvo Atanto. It was he who cost me everything I held dear. May flies nest in your eyes, Corvo. May all your desires come to ruin as you have ruined mine. No. Alright. I should do more to him. I should just kill him. Kill him now. I should. It would be a mercy that man does not deserve. No, we're gonna let him sleep, and we're gonna let him continue to die away as an accursed weeper in this hellhole. For honestly, death is too good to that bugger anyways. So the other one's still somewhat nearby.
Many strange things were drowned and forgotten.
Let's go, gamers. I actually forgot to do this at the beginning of my stream. I need to put up my stream manager. My stream manager is now open. Let's go get this, I don't think that means we have enough, though, to do... Get all those rusts yet, too, don't we? I don't think we're close enough to any enemies to draw attention. Ouch! Did that not kill any of them? I might as well use my grenades, right? Go ahead. Yeah? I'll shoot. Oh, the rats are still down here. That's right. The rats. Maybe quick. Although I bet I could take them all out with a spring riser trap. Are they not gonna come this way? Yay for me, I guess. I don't want to go back to there, because I do want to go get that bone charm next. I'm going to do that real quick. Here. Go back. Sure. I was pretty close to that. I should have paid more attention. Oh well. An assassin. Oh dear. What's this one do? Reinforced bolts. Huh. It's a shame I'm not really using those. We can upgrade possession. I'm going to upgrade possession. Wait. Before I do that, I need 8 to do that one. That one is going to be better than that one in the long run, because, like, possession is pretty good. The guy over here. I can get behind. Teleported. You want to get that key off of him. I want to put you in a spot where I know you're not going to die, so we're going to do... real quick. I also really do dig the look of the assassins too in this game. Like, look at them. They're freaking ripped. Oh, to the gills. Oh, book. Donovan's journal. Everyone was looking for someone to blame for what happened. As the waters rose day by day, and one by one the business owners had to give up their shops to ankle-high muck and river crust starting to grow as far back as Thresh Streets. Truth is, it wasn't some plot to wipe the ever-prosperous Rud Shore off Dunwall's maps. It was laziness and stupidity. The barriers keeping the rising river waters out had not been maintained for at least a decade, and once the leaks started, the whole thing gave out. The city was so tied up in fighting the plague, no one lifted a finger to salvage the place. Been a year now, and living in a place the region's forgotten about has its purpose. Ain't wrong, buddy. Let's see here. I'll go that way. Overseer. Would make sense that there's no remedies down there of any sort. Think. The only thing in there for me would be like grenades and bullets, right? As we're home. Oh, this is just another way in there. Okay. Oh, I hear river crust. There you are. hires from High Overseer Overseers. Orders from High Overseer Campbell. Did you safety and courage on your expedition? The assassin Dowd and his cultist followers are commonly known as the Whalers due to the oil worker masks they wear. Beware, Dowd may possess power and resistance beyond expectation. Tread with extreme caution. Their infamy is well. They are based inside the Chamber of Commerce building in the roads of Central Rudshore. All roads to this area have been blocked with the exception of the elevated rails. Find the rail station in the Rudshore Market. March carefully, for the cultists undoubtedly employ spies to watch the route. Evidently, it's enough. Pipe up. Yes, you are. Of course you are, as I'm hopping into the water. All that just to basically end up having to come back out here anyways to come get some stupid river crusts. Mad about it. And I know I could like dark vision and look, but like it's still much more satisfying for me to like look myself. Oh, there's another one somewhere. Station office key. That was a map. Very particular kind of map. Still there. Pretty sure. Wait for that one to turn around. I can. I guess it's nice that they do, like, turn around to teleport, because it gives me enough time to, like, hear them. Oh, there's another one down there. I didn't even notice him. So now we got a body to hide. I got a feeling if I set you down here, you're gonna slide off the edge. Of course. Really hate that he heard that. Lucky. There we go. Just like that. Never punished. Cool. All scale combustion. Oh, I got the explosive rounds? Nice. Corwin. Imagine the firepower of a tall boy, but the speed and ease of concealment of a pistol. This new technology will with this new technology, any soldier with a steady gun arm will be a force to reckon with. Make sure this gets to the Lord region without delay. Loxley. I don't think Loxley got to it in time, dog. Okay, let's see here. So now we are in the flooded district proper. Every time cracks me up. That's where we gotta go into. We can deal with Dowd. You unfortunately need to deal with Dowd. Hopeful not to fight him, because if I can avoid confrontation with him, I'm much happier about it. So I will probably have to be an absolute crapper and deploy some save scumming to avoid, before I get too wet and wild. Safe here. All the way to the bottom. Push. Thing here. Probably for the better, admittedly. Knowing my luck, I'd get myself stuck. Nice. It's just a wooden bench.
I do not understand. Corvo's weaponry is of great quality. If Dowd will not use it himself, why don't we simply cast lots for it?
What I do not understand is why you are voicing your complaints to me and not to Dowd himself.
What are they up in a tizzy about? Are they after the rats? No, it's me. Yeah, honestly, must be the rats. There's one there. All right. I think I can get to him. Crossbows. Guys, please do not hear this. There are so many assassins here, dude. Ooh. Don't come in here. Could have been time. Behind him. Not gonna lie, my butthole puckered a little bit on that one. And because I really want to try to do this as stealthily as possible, because, like, I know I'm not gonna, like, get the very, very stealthy ending for this, because, like... Oh, so they were freaking out about the rats, okay. Like, I know I'm not gonna get the uber stealth mission accomplished for this because of I got spotted by those weepers earlier. Not to be confused with creepers. Oh man. So many assassins here, dude. Let's see here. I want to get inside, so I think I'm going to try to risk it all and I can.
You're here for field work.
I have a job tonight.
What's the delay?
I am gate-bound, not river-bound.
And Dowd holds the key to the tunnel and is asked not to be disturbed. Is that it?
Correct.
This prisoner we took. The bodyguard who was with the Empress seems to trouble him gravely.
Yes. I feel that we've reached a turning point tonight.
Yes. Good luck on your assignment.
Italy. I love the voice acting in this game too. I don't know what the proper terminology is for it because it's clearly like British inspired.
When you're permitted to leave.
Let's see here. Where are you coming, big boy? That's Dowd. Of course, Dowd's key is needed. Good. Cheeky breaky. You need him to get off that wall, though. I mean, I could tag him with a sleep dart. through here, I think, because, like, I got the red mark. Very good. They're both unconscious yet. I think it's just a medal in there.
For your next trial, you must move unseen. Stay in shadow and avoid the light. Cross to the other side of the room without attracting notice.
You know, I still got those 2 sleep arrows back there. But I wager I can be patient.
Very good. I did not see you approach. Now, attempt a transversal. Do not focus on your destination with your eyes. That is folly and will limit the potential of the power. You know the layout of the room. Instead, focus on where you wish to be standing, and it will be so. Excellent. We have no more to teach you for now. Return to your place of rest. Your real work with us begins tomorrow night.
We're gonna wait for him to turn around. Instructions from Doubt. The sleep toxin is only to be used on abductee targets and bounties which we need alive. Do not waste them trying to avoid collateral casualties. Hate to break it to you, Dad, but your boy is going for, you know, casualties. Yeah, I'm not killing anyone. Oh, they're outside. I don't want to go for. I want to go for them, but I don't.
They bring the bodies here with rough hands in cages. Some of them are still breathing. Water is so cold, and it's the last thing they feel.
There ain't no way. I'm a freaking gamer. see here.
Master,
What is it?
Corvo's vanished from confinement, from the whole area, and the men on duty swear they saw absolutely nothing. It sounds impossible. The Greaves refinery's restarted. What do you make of it?
That he knows your work better than you do. Deal with the sentries as you see fit. As for Corvo, I suspect that in time he will come to me here. He'll have to.
I'm for one of the hardest and most...
So you've lost it all. Ruined at last. Lord Regent, Royal Spy Master, Hiram Burroughs. You small, worried man. You'll never know how many times I've thought about trying to get close to you again. Just to put a piece of sharp metal in your eye. But now there's no need. You've been taken down by the same apparatus that gave you life to begin with. Laws and courtrooms and the mighty swell of public outrage. Good riddance to you, sir. So many schemes you had, and so many contracts. How many people did I kill for you? None like the last. None like her. I'd give back all the coin if I could. No one should have to kill an empress.
Sorry, I'm like really quiet, but I want to be able to do this without setting him off. Actually, go ahead and save while I'm thinking. I'm clenching my controller so tightly because I don't want to like set him off. Only because like I don't like I know it's like, oh, you should totally want to kill this person, but like I don't know, man. I don't. Maybe it's because I have, like, little to no connection to actually, like, the Empress yet in this game, so, like, there's no way for me to know. If I remember correctly, he knows when you slow time. Because that's part of his ability. Need to do is get outside behind. Dad won't leave that key alone. Kinda stays there for a good chunk of it. Need to see how many people are back here that I need to deal with. I got 2 targets. I got 3. If I go here. find a spot where brother isn't gonna hear him. I'm gonna go down a little bit. See if I can get to that one quietly. I need his key to get out of here anyway, so it's good that I'm taking these guys out now. I don't have to worry about them later. While I'm actually here, though. That was key needed, okay. We want to go for the rune while we're right here? Should try. I think it is underneath all this though. I don't think I can get to it here. I can like oh. Whee. I think the only way we can get to that rune is if we're like we have his key, so we're gonna have to try to take Dao's key from him without alerting Dowd. Honestly, a pretty big feat considering he's like a master assassin. But is it one of those things where it's like he's only a master assassin because of the fact that nobody can really challenge him, or he has gifts from the occult? Need this dude to turn around. Could probably sleeping dart him. Not have any incident, but I'd rather not, you know? No way the other assassin should see him. Alright. How many more do I need for pen time? I need one more. Oh boy. So now the hope is I can grab this guy. Without Dowd seeing me do it. I have an idea of how to do it, I just need Dowd to not be looking. Wasn't expecting him to see me out of the corner of his eye like he did. Right. It's you and me, Dowd. I really do like Dowd a lot as a character too. Like this game, I gush about its characters a lot, but like some of the best character writing is some of the people that you hunt down. Like, Dowd is a great example of a character that you have to hunt down because it's like he has such a level of complexity to him that you don't really get to see anywhere else in the game, you know? Not Gamba. The Gamba paid off. There is no way I should have been able to do that as well as I did right there. Good freaking grief, dog. Oh, you know what? I can actually go back here now and see, pick up at least that. There was another cabinet somewhere that we can unlock with Dowd's key. Was that? That. It was this way, wasn't it? I think it was. Also try to rob him blind up top too. Doubt, I'm satisfied. Corvo would have been very useful to me, but your improvisation was exemplary. Him taking the fall for the crime simplified matters greatly. I hope you are equally satisfied with the payment. I shall contact you again shortly for additional assignments. Arm Burrows. Dowd's Fog. The latest entry. 18 years on this wretched rock. In this city of filth, I have felt the blood of scholars, of noble pedophiles, of guildsmen, of unfaithful lovers, of politicians who were far too just for their own good, and of law enforcers who had come too close to bring the wrong man to justice. Why should an empress feel any different? Why should I feel the entire weight of this dying city crushing down on my back? Corvo, Lord Protector, is of Serkonos, just as I once was. I might have known that fact already, but it didn't matter until I recognized it in his face. It brought back distant memories of home and the optimistic young man I once was. What would I find if I went back there? What would I would I find that it has rotted from the inside, just like Dunwall, or will it only appear that way because I'm one who's rotted? Royal Protector. Excerpt from a historical record of government positions and ranks. Throughout the ages, rulers have always faced attempts on their lives. Once in a generation, the empire is rocked by the death of a powerful political or religious figure, such as city-states across the Isle have devised varying strategies for protecting their leaders. In the capital city of Dunwall, each new emperor is allowed to appoint a royal protector. This is far more than a trusted bodyguard. much more revered than the hand-chosen guards defending Dunwall Tower or food tasters. The Royal Protector is a court figure given enormous latitude who keeps constant company with the highest ruler in the known world. At the age of 12, the young monarch participates in the selection process, making the final decision about who will safeguard his or her life. While most of those chosen as a royal protector would have been men, several times throughout history, a woman has served well in the role. For the first time in Dunwall's history, a monarch has been slain by her own bodyguard. At the time of this writing, Dunwall is in the grips of the worst plague ever recorded. Our fair empress, Jessamine Caldwin, has been murdered. The deed was done by her former royal protector turned assassin, Corvo Atanto, who is still sitting in Coldridge prison awaiting his deserved execution. Some argue that it is worth noting that Corvo Atanto is the first royal protector in the history of the Empire to be born outside the Isle of Crystal. Pretty cool. Is it down here? Oh, I wonder if this is like a way to get back up if you miss that jump. Makes sense. Ah, there it is. That's what I was looking for. It's actually kind of funny because, like, and you'll see when we play the DLC, because that is going to be the next thing we do, is we're going to actually go through and do the Knife of Dunwall DLC, where we play as Dowd. Spoiler alert. And his perspective on how this goes down is vastly different than what we actually do here. And I wish they kind of made it where, like, if you did it without attacking him or like alerting his attention or anything like that, or to the director. So that's it. We're closing down after all these years, after all we've just unveiled the new statue of Jessamine Caldwin, a broken wall and some rising water, and we're going to abandon the building and split up our offices in the lesser districts. Are you insane? Has your brain turned to plague rats? Have you been drinking the Outsiders? Any of these explanations I would accept sooner than the relocation assignments we all found on our desk this morning. If this is truly how you plan to operate as our director, then no, I will not accept my relocation orders. Consider this my resignation. Percival Cox, former Deputy Chairman, Rudshore Chamber of Commerce. I mean, can I blame him? Heck no. Incendiary bolt. Let's go. Ow. Yeah, it's out there, isn't it?
These waters are greedy. They will never give back what they have taken. Even the terrible floods were not enough to wash away the sorrows of Dunwall.
Nice thing is, too, we're back up full on arrows as well. Okay. We're spared. Dowd. Now we're at one of the cooler sections of this entire game. Is the go back to, Dunwall. There's a bone charm over there. Uh-oh. Don't do it. Yeah, that's right. No, I guess they won't set it off. That's good to know. Surely that won't bite me in the butt later. Need to get to the gate. It's just so disgusting, like what's become of Dunwall down here. Alright, so what I need to do, if I remember correctly, I need to figure out how to get out of here. Copper wire. Not gonna touch it. Only because it's like, I don't need it, because I'm full up on everything I would want. Here. Literally nothing. Cool. There's a sick lady. Oh, it doesn't want me here. Lady, this is kind of a big ask, but can you turn around for me, please?
Get back. What the hell are you? You some new kind of guard? Like a tall boy? Can't be. Doctor, maybe? Just kidding. Assassin, maybe. Passing through, huh? Hoping to catch a ride on the plague wagon. A few come through here trying. And they fall and break their necks. But that won't stop you. You're almost there. It's pretty easy to get to the rooftops from here. You'll see the way. What do you want from me? To rob me? Looking for a quick roll in the mud? To rescue me? Well, I am not going anywhere. I came here all on my own, and I'm staying right here. Do you think it's better out there? I hate to break it to you, but this is it. This is Dunwall. What you see right here. Flooded district anywhere else. It's all gonna be the same soon.
Dang. Letter to Alpha. Dear Alpha, we don't care you're sick. Please come home. We'll take care of you. I'm not afraid. Your sister's telling me that you're planning to hide in the Flood District and that you want to die alone there. Please don't do that to us, please. Oh, that is suddenly so much more depressing, man. I ain't taking your stuff. You can keep it. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Terribly haunting. Okay, so said there's a way. Open over ups. Oh, and she closes the door again. All right, how nice of you. There we go. You know what we haven't seen in a while is a Shrine to the Outsider. Huh. Well, would you look at that? I have reason to believe that is just outside my reach. Can we go? Where else from here? Blown out roof from that building. There's no way we can make it across there. It's a blink, right? No? Well, it worked, didn't it?
The great ships have stopped bringing their hulls.
Plague wagon's running every couple of minutes now. We just need to get on top of it and ride out of here. Okay, great. What do we do when we hit the wall flag on one short gate? We'll be fried. We can worry about that when I don't hear you with any better ideas. Except because you got banged. Those tall boys are just waiting for a chance to come. We get power to their lights, and they'll go off to hunt Plaguer. We can slip right back. Kill what, a dozen people? I didn't get into this to kill people. If only you knew how to tie off a boat. We need to make up our minds. That guy in the mask I saw, he came up from the few of them make it back up, and then we've got 10 times their mess.
They're bad between killing Weepers and finishing the barricade. How should I know? Am I supposed to kill everyone I ever see down here?
We'll pass it to the men on the plague wagons. It's their job to gut these bastards before they throw them down here.
Got another whale oil tank on its way. When the lights come on again, it'll be your job to spot any weepers.
You think that helps? Now I can stare old ladies in the eye before I cut them down. Why do you think no one lasts on this job?
I'm heading back to civilization. What's left of it. Keep your head and you'll be on the stilts in no time.
I'll do my best. Put in a good word for me, would you?
Wait, where'd the other guy go? There he is. Security work log. For the next couple of days, we're going to quadruple the rate of drops from the plague wagon. This inevitably means we're going to get a growing number of plague carriers who play dead in the hopes of escaping. So here's the plan to keep the road short gates area secure. Step 1. Set up some arc pylons in the courtyard behind the hotel. We have a street blocker up there, but we can't hold it shut. So we'll need to use that route to access the river, which means plaguers can too. Step 2. Put up a barrier between Thresh Street and Old Mosley Canal. Step 3. Install more lights, especially to illuminate the hotel and surrounding buildings. Might be tempted to borrow the oil taker from the pylons to get the floodlights working. Do not need those pylons active. The back cord secure. Contractor's note. It's getting harder to find healthy workers who are willing to lay down conduit in the flooded district. So what we're going to do is pick out any strong-looking males who show signs of the sickness and offer them work in exchange for us to look the other way. They get these floodlights hooked up, then you can do with them what you want. CS. Dang. Freaking monsters these jokers are. Where's that tall boy at? He's out there a ways. On this food, not bullets. Feel that, buddy.
They butchered the deep ones here, breathing in the rich stink of their enchanted flesh.
Bullets. I need more bullets. I mean, I don't really need more bullets. I'm not really using my gun much, but... I guess this was the other way up. Got so many tall boys out here, it's kind of ridiculous. Of course, this door is locked. Why wouldn't it be? I need to go that way. Or is it locked because it's like one of those things where it's like... There we go. Dang. Need to get up there. Alright, there's a lot of things I am. I don't think I'm going to be able to carry this back without getting spotted to the floodlight to draw the tall boys off. But, you know what? I do kind of want to do all the, like, secret side things to, like, you know... get through this. So we're gonna give it a shot. See what happens, you know? Oh, where's that Joker facing? Oh, live. Not like this. Worst part is, too, this is, like, the only thing of whale oil back here that I can do this with. So, like, we gotta kind of do it once. And then, hopefully, not mess up. Because I think that one guard is off far enough where we can do this. And not have any issues. Tellboy orders. This generator will power floodlights. At the moment, only one is hooked up, but as soon as it turns on, the tall boys will break from their patrols and attack the tenement buildings. Anyone inside, Weeper or not, is to be killed. Or we do...
What do you think you're doing?
I thought I was on the other thing. Alright, so before we go do... other thing... Sneak this all the way over there. Because I didn't realize there were actually people in there, so I kind of want to go see what they're about before I drop this off to get used the generator. Corruption. Okay. I had no idea there were people in there. Now I'm kind of curious as to how many people are in there. All orders to generate. Can't break open that wood.
Even if we get out of here, I'm worried.
Listen to that. Magnus is worried. Apart from dying in the muck in the flooded district, what's to worry about?
I'm saying even if we get out, we're just bringing it back to our families.
I don't have a family, and if I did, I wouldn't care.
No one's keeping me here. I'll infect the whole city. Just get me out.
I heard Blake back in the stairwell talking about a plan. Sounds crazy. All of us here are too weak to do it.
If I hear that thing power down, I'm going.
Me too. I bet the family man here's right behind me.
What would it be like out there to live without fear again? To live like a person?
Who are you hiding from in that mask?
Get lost. Think that mask makes you safe?
Ouch. I was like on site, dude.
3 days now. 3 days and all I feel is hungry. What does that say to you?
Day 1, Mace Brimsley. Hey, I know that name. When the dead counter came, I was certain that they were going to discover the illness in my life, then I would be taken as well. I commanded her to feign death, and I did the same and hoped that the inspectors would be either too lazy or too stupid to care. Chooses my suspicion. We were loaded onto the plague wagon without them even bothering to check us for a pulse. The dead counter seemed concerned in the valley of our state. Day 2. I cannot be certain if it was luck or cruel fate that I survived the drop from the plague wagon. As I suspected... I suspect it might be a curse, for my darling life not only survived unscathed as well, but the experience nor the plague have done a thing to halt her nagging mouth. Soon we discovered that we're not the only survivors. In fact, a small band of huddles close to Red Shore Gate, begging for any chance at freedom. Day 3. Certainly by now I feel the effects of the sickness within my chest and throat, but aside from dehydration and the pains of an empty stomach, I feel nothing.
I don't know. That we don't have any food?
I'm immune. I must be. 1 in 1,000, and it's me.
Terrific. I'll turn cartwheels on my way to the mass grave.
Don't be bitter. You're not weeping yet. And the tall boys will probably kill me anyway. And maybe I'll dedicate myself to a cure. I'll be like Sokolov.
Oh. Perhaps, will you? Once you're out, it's out of sight, out of mind. Go throw yourself off a cliff.
To escape you? I just might. There's a man here by the name of Blake. Industrious chap. He's our best bet out of here. You could find him across the back hall.
Keep your distance, scum.
I blew that down, that door open for you too. If people in there.
You gotta talk to Blake. He's my brother.
I
He
know
knows
you.
everything.
I heard you've been all over town scaring the piss out of the higher-ups. You got quite a name. Too bad you're stuck down here with the rest of us. Listen, I've got friends coming to break me out of here in a couple of days. But we first need to take that arc pylon down. You'll find it in the courtyard just behind these buildings. You may want to take the stairs up, though. It'll give you a good vantage point. Pull the oil tank out and the pylon powers down. Don't take too long deciding. When they get the floodlights on, the tall boys are coming in to clear this place out. If you want my advice, head up these stairs. You'll get a bird's eye view of the problem. Might even see a solution.
Never again, I swear. Once I'm free, they'll never do this.
You think I'm some beggar woman? I'm a Brimsley. If I were at home, I'd have you thrown out.
I don't want to hurt her. Because she is mean. I'm trying to be nice to you all, too. That's the worst part. Okay. Oh my goodness, dude. All the spheres. Alrighty then. Let's see here, I need to go here. I don't think I need to bend time to do this, but also top. Gimme! I should hurry.
I ain't seen nothing braver. And I worked the river for 15 years. Thanks for shutting that thing off. Stay quiet, and I'll get these people moving.
Eat this bread. Me.
Where's everybody going?
Just keep moving. This is it.
We're all going to get killed.
I don't think I can take him out. Alright, what if we go back a little bit further? This autosave.
If you want my advice, head up these stairs. You'll get a bird's eye view of the problem. Might even see a solution.
Okay, so I'm wondering if I can use the rewire tool instead. Okay, so my thinking is use the rewire tool spot for it. Then gotta be kidding me. How do they see me so fast, you know?
I ain't seen nothing braver. And I worked the river for 15 years. Thanks for shutting that thing off. Stay quiet, and I'll get these people moving.
Optional. Tell Blake that the coast is clear.
You did it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And watch as the survivors move to the safe haven. Okay, so I need to go distract these dudes. I can do that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We're just gonna go... Uh-oh. Oh no, he's shooting at the civilians! Do I actually have to take him out? Dang. Alright, we're gonna try this again. I think I'm gonna have to just actually... Man, I didn't want to have to do it, but I think I'm gonna actually have to kill these guys, Mr. Krabs. I was hoping I didn't have to, but if I gotta kill... Well...
I ain't seen nothing braver. And I worked the river for 15 years. Thanks for shutting that thing off. Stay quiet, and I'll get these people moving.
Oh, are you kidding me? It hit me twice. Well. That bites. Well. I'm hoping I wouldn't have to, but... Wondering...
I ain't seen nothing braver. And I worked the river for 15 years. Thanks for shutting that thing off. Stay
No
quiet,
problem, buddy.
and I'll get these people moving.
I'm only doing this because I have never actually done this before, so I kind of want to give her a shot. Speaking of shots.
the seawall broke, many strange things were drowned and forgotten.
With my rescue, the entire city might yet be saved. You are...
I didn't want to have to kill people, but in order to save the civilians, I had to, and that really sucks. Excuse me.
Alright, listen up, ladies and gents. Now, like I said before, it may be another day before my old buddies can get here, but they got a boat big enough for the lot of us. So just sit tight. One thing you learn from being a smuggler, half of any job's waiting. You can wait with us, or fight your way through if that's what you want. From the looks of you, you might just make it. Before they set up the arc pylons, I had stashed some elixirs up here. Maybe you've already found them. At any rate, good luck out there.
Never again, I swear. Once I'm free, they'll never do this.
You mean to tell me there's a dude that had not? Oh, it's them up there. I mean, I am a little bit saddened that it's like I didn't get to do a no-kill playthrough, but I also kind of had that room for me because of... I did kind of also have that room for me, though, because of the stuff that's outside my control, like in the prison break, you know? Alright, now we're in the sewer. You've escaped the flooded district, and now you're winding your way back towards the Hound's Pits Club. So I can't go back there just yet. Oh no. Where did they all come from? Well, we're gonna run now. I guess they must have heard me breaking open that wood. Nope! Son of a... Through. Really not a fan of Weepers, man. Why would that sink be functional? Sure. I have no idea. I wish I would have thought about, you know, going through the frickin' building. Idiot. Dude, they came out of nowhere. That was not cool. Ah, you scared me. You know what? Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I'll keep doing it. Okay, so how the nart? How many more are there? You know what? Okay. Before we get too crazy, I'm definitely not going to do what I did that caused all those Weepers to just appear out of nowhere. That's ridiculous, man. I also want to know where the heck they came from. We got this bone charm here. Alright, take the bone charm. Let's see what it is. So, Shadow. Oh, my word. I've needed that for so long. We need healthy appetite. We're going to be stealth maxing. Clockwork malfunction. So nice. We're going to save. I'm more so surprised that it, like... I just want to know where they came from, because they came out of, like, literally nowhere. Okay, so yeah, we can go through the building. Do that. Go through the building. Just really want to know. I bet this isn't like a traversal to the next area. I am not a bright man. I could have just dipped. Hello? Oh, it's so nice being able to move faster in stealth mode. Holy. Alright, so now that we're down here. Ruin, there's a bone charm. I think you can go back too much further this way, right? That just instantly makes you fall out. Okay.
Wish I had a last swig of whiskey. You're the masked guy's been taking down all the lords and ladies.
Yes, I am.
No way through this gate unless you got the sewer key. Only one place to get that key, and I wouldn't go there. Not for all the gold in Dunwall Tower. Not again. Maybe you could pull it off, though.
Oh, you know I can.
Something attacked us in the distillery. It used the rats. I know it sounds crazy. Then it run back under the streets. So we come down here to kill it. Slackjaw leading the way. Went bad. I barely crawled out. Don't know what happened to Slackjaw. He had the sewer key, though.
Alright. Time to go save Slackjaw. The only reason why I want to save Slackjaw is because I actually do really appreciate his character. Second favorite character in the whole game, mind you. Did I miss? Surely I did not, right? No, I did not. Okay, cool. I think I looped back around over there. That's why it's like there. Open again, I dare you. Son of a... So many incendiary bolts wasted. I think I can pick up more stuff from Hero. It's odd. Sure, there's nothing against. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. You know what? Get in the gun. Jelly's no. Jelly's next task. You daft choffer, here's another one for you. The old witch Granny Rags told me you'll lose your taste for whiskey in the month of wind. Your eyes will go dim in the month of seeds, and you'll draw your last breath in the month of ice. Want your share, you know what to do. Wait. Oh, it's numbers, so... Jelly's... Wind, seeds, ice. Wind... 528. Bada bing, bada boom. Is that it in here? A lot of little nooks and crannies, man. Let's see here. No, it's also like the first time in a game like this they actually have like a legitimate underwater section. And it's like not used at all for anything crazy. You tell me I did not need to come out this way? Okay. Alright. Not gonna let me save here. There we go. I'm gonna save before we deal with Granny Rags. Like, I like Granny Rags as a character, but with what... Here's my reasoning why I'm gonna save Slackjaw over Granny Rags. Part of it is simply because...
I'm going to boil off the nasty fat and sinew, and carve a pretty song on your bones.
Hey! Someone kill this crazy witch! I can make you rich!
Quiet now. Granny needs to concentrate.
Don't kill me. Granny Rag, stop. Stop what you're doing. Can't we at least talk about it?
My knives gotta be nice and sharp to cut into your skeleton, Slackjaw. Nice and sharp.
Untitled manuscript. Stronger than a scrimshaw, a skull full of guile, whale bile, bones in a pile, white scraped gleaming, kindled fire, crackling fat, big globs of spat, fume up. Feathers, mad-eyed bird, fell to the ground. Seeds, nettle, needle sea, stir a bit.
Mass man, fancy you showing up down here. Look at the pickle I'm in. Word is all over the street about your little secret, Corvo. You're the one that acts the Empress. Makes sense why you run around wearing that mask. Maybe you could help me out, since we're friends and all.
Oh, no, you don't. I'll kill you and cook you and...
You can't kill her with a sword. Not with a sword, you can't.
Bones of the great Leviathan, protect me! Come, my treasures, come and feed. You think you're going to save him? He's not worth it. Now Granny is here. Kill you just like all the others.
That was surprisingly easy. Dr. Hazian's interpolations of the Pandician carvings are of the height of ignorance. The core theme is not renewal, but dire warning. The central figure is not a benign spirit; it is clearly a monster. The jewel, and that jewel type of fetish. The key to its dark potency, perhaps. The panels should read as follows: Hero figure steals a jewel from the monster and casts it into the unquenchable fire. Thus, the fire is made mortal, and the hero is able to slay it, breaking the cycle of terror. Note scrawled in the margins. Vera has taken an inordinate interest in my field manual. Such appetites are unseemly in a lady of her station. I shall reprimand her for it. Second note, written in a different hand. So dreary, dearie. Uh-oh.
Tired? Too bad for you. Granny doesn't need rest.
Yeah, but you about to. Ouch! And boop. Outsider in the circumscribed void. Ooh, handy. Here's the journal. We got the fetish. Leviathan Sorrow. Little is known of Pakoti, credited with the series of pamphlets arguing against the whaling trade. While he is gifted, his views are nonsense and threaten the economic underpinnings of the empire. 101 Enslavement. On the breeding of husbandry of whales versus hunting the beasts in the wild. After a natural free life cycle, Pakoti offers no solutions for where these massive, malevolent creatures might be pastured. 2. Dissolution. Laments on the destruction of the social bonds between her Pakoti actually uses the term families. 3. Harmony. Drivel on the aesthetic wonder of what it is. In reality, the great and terrible ocean that ever threatens to swallow us includes arguments on the gentle nature of the brutes, a notion refuted by seamen who return ashore wide-eyed with tales of the whale's savagery. 4. Disruption. Here, Pakoti is on his weakest footing, issuing up fervish warnings against the displacement or transference of natural beasts from their native environments. Interesting. Also, Slackjaw, we did it.
Wanna know something funny? When we were kids, we were all scared of Granny Rags. Thought she was a terrible witch. Then we grew up and figured she was just a sad old lady. We were right the first time. Now ain't that funny? I owe you. This won't even the score, but it's all I got left. Luck to you, Corvo.
Thanks, Slackjaw. See, I really do enjoy Slackjaw as a character. Like, he's not a good man by any stretch of the means, but like, he was offering a substitute flag tonic. Oh, I just noticed there's a whale up there. It is funny how they're like, oh, here all of all this stuff, and it's like, I just ran up here and threw the fetish in. Yep. Well.
You find your way into such interesting places, Corvo. At the eye of the storm, raging between Granny Rags and this man who has lived his whole life with a cleaver in one hand and a bottle in the other. Crawling out of those flooded ruins, winding your way back to the pub where you last saw Emily. Where is she now? How does it feel now, knowing your allies betrayed you? Strange how there's always a little more innocence left to lose. And Dowd, the man who killed the Empress. You had him in the palm of your hand, and you let him walk away? You fascinate me.
Yep, I do. Part of that's because you just love my good quick wit and charm. Now, where?
They left in great haste, scattering like insects, eager to bore into the nests you made for them. Emily banged her head in the confusion. They dragged her crying into the waiting boat. She called your name. You are like the rivermen. They spread their nets wide and pull up all manner of things. The sweet, the deadly, poisonous, all together in one catch.
They did what to Emily?
Your usefulness is spent. They long for news of your death. Callista tried to protect her, but they pulled the child from her arms. Oh, the curses she spat at them. What have they done to me? They left in great haste, scattering like insects. eager to bore into the nests you made for them.
Uh-oh. I get a feeling we're supposed to be off that wall a little bit more. There we go. Oh no, our friendo's gone. It's so nice actually coming back through here too, without them all being...
Sim's dead. Won't make it 3 more months.
Found all the ruins.
All these rats crawling all over him.
Please, sir, let me pass.
I told her to keep the children inside. I told her.
How did it pass me by? All the others. down in the sickness.
Horse. Oh my word, I fell in the water again. No. God, confound these river crusts, man. Ah. Hold on. Oh. There we go. It does suck because I am going to have to do something that is a little unsavory.
Emily banged her head in the confusion. They dragged her crying into the waiting boat. She called your name.
Not need to use a health potion there. So because I don't want, let's go. Oh, we missed a bunch of paintings. Oh dear. Bone charms. You kill anyone? Huh. Guess you don't kill the... I guess you don't kill the tall boys when you take them out. It's actually good to go. Before we get too crazy here, whirlwind. Oh.
Please, no. Oh, it's you, Corvo. Thank the stars. We all thought you'd been killed, except for Samuel. He seemed sure you'd survived. I saw him on the river shortly before the killing began. He was smart enough not to come ashore, but I'll bet he's still out there. Looking for you is my guess. At first, Pendleton said it was time for our bonus. Havelock stood behind them, and at the signal, he shot them each in the back of the head. Just like the target drills he used to. Lydia barely had time to scream. I would be dead too. Except Wallace told me I wouldn't be getting anything. Pendleton kept apologizing, saying that no one could ever know about the things they'd done. Martin was drinking and seemed sad. The Admiral was about to shoot Callista. Then he mumbled something about owing her uncle, Captain Kurnow, a debt. They said it was time for Sokolov, and went off to his cage. I don't know what happened after that. Emily was there when the killing started. Poor child. I hope she hid her eyes. The Admiral said that Martin was right. I guess they talked about it. And they started to worry they'd get executed for all that they'd done, going after the Lord Regent and his allies. I suppose it's why they've poisoned you too.
Dang.
I thought Lydia would squeal on me at the end. She just told Havelock to screw himself. And died. Lydia's the only one who ever showed me any kindness. I don't think the Admiral actually knew I existed. I can hide here for as long as it takes. Seems that no one is safe when a man is that close to a prize like the throne.
Please stay in here. Alright, I'm gonna save here. Because I know on one playthrough that I did this last, she somehow got outside and died. So I'm really hopeful that doesn't happen.
What a day, huh? Gonna be a great party. I was only a kid at the last coronation. We didn't make it to tonight.
Will you look at this mess?
Relax. One of the officers said he was dead. Poison thrown in the river. If you ask me, he's long gone. Through the mask, river, left town.
That's what a rational person would do. Not this guy. You have to understand the criminal mind. I hear they had to hide the Caldwin girl from him the whole time they were working with him. I heard they locked him in a cage and only let him out at night.
The criminal mind, huh? So what's he doing now?
Waiting. He's probably watching us right now. With that crazy mask on. Creeping closer and closer, ever closer, until...
Cut it out. What's so impressive about Corvo anyway? Who's he got up against? A couple of high overseers and a couple of noblemen? He could never stand up to men without training.
Well, now I do hope he shows up. I want to see you run crime covered.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Hiram Burrows, formerly the Lord Regent, has confessed to his crimes against the people of Dunwall. He shall be confined to the Coldridge prison until the proper authorities decide his sentence.
Prototype blueprints.
Update, huh? The men are still trying to set it.
Son of an emerald biscuit. Of course. Around the corner. Alright. You stay inside. I don't want to have to put you to sleep. I don't want to have to make you fall asleep.
What a day, huh? Gonna be a great party. It's only a kid at the last coronation.
We even make it to tonight. Oh, you look at this mess?
Relax.
One of the officers said he
Are you kidding me? Alright, take 2. 3, technically. Alright, Cecilia. You have anything more to say, sir? Nope? Okay. You stay in here. Not have you be going outside. Don't do it. I want you to die.
What a day, huh? Gonna be a great party tonight. I was only a kid at the last coronation.
We even make it to tonight. Oh, you look at this mess?
Relax. One of the officers said he was dead. Poisoned, thrown in the river. If you ask me, he's long gone. Threw the mask in the river, left town.
That's what a rational person would do.
Not this guy.
You have to understand the criminal mind. I hear they had to hide the Caldwell girl from him the whole time they were working with him. I heard they locked him in a cage and only let him out at night. Criminal mind.
I'm totally gonna put those 2 to sleep.
Update.
Our men are still trying to penetrate the workshop. Close them tight. I think Piero Joplin's inside. That crackpot natural philosopher.
There is evidence that Anton Sokolov was held here against his will for some time. We can't determine what happened to him. I'll bet my commission he's in that building with Piero Joplin. So, arrest him. But I don't want him harmed until I get to the bottom of all this. Careful. The place may...
Every time I round a corner, they just happen to be there. I don't want to go full postal yet. I might go full postal. I don't want to if I don't have to.
What a day, huh? Gonna be a great party tonight. I was only a kid at the last coronation.
We even make it to tonight. Oh, you look at this
Didn't
mess?
see me.
Relax. One of the officers said he was dead. Poisoned, thrown in the river. If you ask me, he's long gone. The mask in the river.
You... How? How do you see me? How did you see me? How? How? No. Good grief. I'm sorry, guys. I'm absolutely sucking at this part. I just had terrible luck with them noticing me.
We even make it to tonight. Oh, you look at this mess?
Relax. One of the officers said he was dead. Poisoned, thrown in the river. If you ask me, he's long gone. Threw the mask in the river, left town.
That's what a rational person would do.
Wish I could lock it.
You have to understand the criminal mind. I hear they hide the Caldwell girl from him the whole time they were working with him. I heard they locked him in a cage and only let him out at night.
The criminal mind, huh?
So what's he doing now?
Wait, he's probably watching us.
Press.
Update.
Our men are still trying to penetrate the workshop. Close up tight. We think Piero Joplin's inside. That crackpot natural philosopher.
There is evidence that Anton Sokolov was held here against his will for some time. We can't determine what happened to him. I'll bet my commission he's in that... If so,
servants were all executed shortly before we arrived. Looks like a naval cutlass and a small bore pistol. Looks like Corvo ran him up before he left.
Turn this building inside out, and it goes without saying. This area is clear. Don't wander small.
Everybody bother us again.
Captain Manning, we've tracked the conspiracy to the Hound Pits Club. Search the premises for the natural philosopher Piero Joplin and Anton Sokolov. Do what you must to secure all materials related to the enhanced arc pylon they have been constructing. Question them thoroughly, and once you are certain everything they know of the pylon, execute them both. Bring the pylon to me along with his papers and recordings. They may be two of the greatest minds of our age, but they're also traitors who conspired with Corvo to bring down this empire. I'm keeping Empress Emily Caldwin with me at the lighthouse on King Sparrow Island until we're certain that Corvo and his fellow conspirators have been properly dealt with. Lord Regent Havelock. Don't. Alright, now we gotta go upstairs. I think. I'm gonna tag both these jokers with a sleep dart, I reckon.
Huh?
Corvo, remember before when I mentioned a special drawing I was working for you? This is it. I don't know where you went, but I hope you get back and see it. See this and like it. I'd like to take it to Dunwall Tower with us. Everyone's acting strange tonight. Samuel was whispering to Callista about a flare launcher that she was supposed to use to call him. She told her to lock the door to my tower. I heard the Admiral tell the others we are leaving tonight for a place called the Lighthouse on King Sparrow Island. I hope you get back before then, Emily. Alright. Go see Callista. Probably should go back in stealth.
Corvo, I can't believe you're alive. They killed everyone, Corvo. They killed everyone to cover it all up. Then they took Emily with them and they left. I couldn't do anything to protect her. Please find her. Make her safe. All his talk of being an honorable military man.
Callista, fret not. I believe there is still some hope for Emily and Dunwall. I don't believe Corvo is gone. I'll be searching the river for him, but if you catch wind of him, shoot up a flare using this launcher I placed at Emily's tower. I'll make my way back as quick as I can. Keep this tower locked and take care of yourself. Emily is going to need you when this is over.
But Havelock will use Emily like a puppet to his own advantage. Something changed in the Admiral as soon as the Lord Regent died. It had been building up. Martin was acting strange, going quiet if any of us were near, whispering late into the night with Havelock and Pendleton while you were out doing the real work. I think they realized they were one step away from holding the same position the Lord Regent had, and worried they'd be held accountable for what they did here, as the Loyalists. They would have killed me too, but Havelock spared me. Out of respect for my uncle, I believe.
Before I forget. Because, like, I don't want to have...
Talk to Samuel and the others. Someone must know where they're going. Find Emily. She's suffered through so much, and she's got no one else on her side except you. Samuel set this here in case you returned. You can use it to call him. He said he'd come quickly. Hopefully there's a place he can dock where the watch won't see him.
We'll do that after.
It's refreshing to converse with someone on my own level.
I couldn't agree more. Your expulsion from the Academy was a crime against natural philosophies.
Which you might have pointed out at the time.
but it's pointless to hold a grudge. I want to ask you.
About the elixir, yes. And I need to discuss your tonic. Why have you not tried the homeopathic solution?
And where am I to find the subjects? I can't recruit from prisons as you do. But it's forced me to work with another agent derived from...
The river crusts, yes. I'd guessed as much. But I think our approaches may reinforce each other. This is what we've been lacking thus far.
Well, I knew it was too good to be true. Seems that the conspiracy tried to use old Piero for their own gain and then discard him. But they have erred and delivered to me an ally almost as brilliant as myself. Old Sokolov and I will hold up here until we can blast the ruffians outside and make for the academy.
Gentlemen.
Corvo, good to see that you still breathe. The city would not be the same if you were not with us. I've completed Piero's work on an arc pylon, but only just.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious, or they can be reduced to ashes. I've attuned it so that we will be safe from the functions of the device. It will only trigger in the presence of our enemies. This arc pylon is more powerful than the older design. It will function at a greater range, striking down our foes while ignoring us. I need my final sequence, which is recorded in the blueprint for this device. Havelock was inspecting it before the killing started. Return the blueprint to me. It was in his bedroom before he left. Hopefully, it's still there. You may navigate the fields of battle with ease, but Sokolov and I are not as gifted in the same way. Without the arc pylon, it is only a matter of time before they put an end to us. We can get this device working, or you can go out and remove our enemies one by one, whichever you think is best. I'll make what you need as long as I have the necessary materials.
I can't believe I'm asking him to do this stuff first. Buy 2 of these. Buy... Get the upgrades first. Yes. I have enough for all the other upgrades too. How many? We're gonna do incendiary bolts. A couple of those. Alright. We'll get more bolts for everything else. Blueprints. I like how it moved me.
The arc pylon is complete. Now to activate it.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious. Or they can be reduced to ashes.
What is your opinion, Corvo?
Put them all to sleep.
As you wish, Corvo. We will be far away before any of them regain their senses. All is ready, Corvo. All that remains is plugging in a whale oil tank to power it. Will you do the honors?
Sure.
This arc pylon is charged. No one will dare come near us.
Everything is ready, Corvo. All that remains is plugging in the whale oil tanks to power it. Will you do the honors? defies description. A device like this will ensure Dunwall's security for a century.
Well, Corvo, I hope we can be considered colleagues again. You were condemned, I was kidnapped. Men like us rise above such things. As to the good Admiral, I believe men such as Havelock start with high-minded intentions. Same with Martin, and maybe even Pendleton, though I suspect he was just lazy. But no one is prepared for the sheer seductive influence of being so close to real power.
I mean...
We once discussed a system of signals to be used in Emily's tower for communication across the river. I wonder if he remembers that.
This Piero of yours, a strange mind. But then my own is strange as well. To the plague, I believe we will find it. The old Empress would have liked that. She was a strange one. Stranger, I think, than you ever knew. But such things are past. And this new Empress, she's a strange one too.
Oh, yeah. Alright, let's check on Callis. Friend here, please still be inside. Oh, please tell me she got out of here.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Hiram Burrows, formerly the Lord Regent, has confessed to heinous crimes against the people of Dunwall. He shall be confined to the Coldridge prison until the proper authorities decide his sentence.
I really hope she made it out, man. General notice. Be on watch for members of the conspiracy. Some are still large. If discovered, they are to be killed on sight. Move the bodies into the kennel, but they are not to be otherwise tampered with. Hero Joplin missing. Interrogate, then execute. Anton Sokolov missing. Interrogate, then execute. Lydia Brookline. Believe dead. Assume missing. Kill on sight. Samuel Breachworth missing. Kill on sight. The woman in the tower is Callista Cornrow, and a victim of circumstance, merely in the wrong place at the wrong time. Do not disturb her, but do not allow her to leave the presence. She is under my protection, Lord Regent Havelock. I really hope Callista got out, or Callista, Cecilia got out, man. She's like one of the only characters I like want to escape this hell.
Not liking the look of this one bit. That party died down inside awful fast, and now they called all the staff together. They said one more package for me to deliver, but I think I'll be keeping station at a safe distance from the riverbank and keep an eye on things for a while.
I really do like Samuel. He's probably my favorite. I mean, I've said it multiple times, but he is, if not my favorite character, if not my favorite character in the game, one of the best characters in this game. Because he's purely a victim of just, like, good soldiers follow orders, and then, like, they take it to a zenith level, where it's like, of course he had no say in the matter, because he was just doing as he was told. And then it's like, he had an opportunity to do something about it when he was told otherwise. Anyways, otherwise, about the matter. He drew me. Bless that child. I really do have, like, I am such a sap when it comes to, like, having developed, like, fatherly instincts for a character in a game. It's really downright terrible. You. Cheeky breaky, wakey wakey.
At last. Time to leave this hovel for some place befitting my station. Now, all the good families of the Empire will look up to Pendleton. Wallace, before your meeting with Havelock downstairs, I want you to haul this to the boat for me. I'll be recording the most important shots in the next few days. At last. Time to leave this hovel for some place befitting my station.
It is crazy how much of like a true degenerate character he became, you know? Please. I do wonder if there's like a way to do this without like, you know, having to use the arc pylon. I think you can, obviously, but like...
Admiral Farley Havelock, humbly accept the mantle of Lord Regent of the State of Bristol and all of its imperial possessions, notably the capital city of Dunwall. I only hope my tenure will be a short one, and that the rightful heir will take her place within a mere decade or so.
Meh. You good, Chief? Alright, let's get out of here. Time to finish this.
Now that you've eliminated the City Watch, I can find my way out of here. But there's no way I can help Emily the way you can. I saw Samuel on the river earlier. I'm sure he'll take you where you need to go. One last trip, I expect. I had one job. Take care of Emily. I tried as best I could.
You did great.
Go after Emily. I'll be fine. I really can't believe they did this, but if they were willing to kill to get what they wanted, I guess they'd be willing to do anything.
A lot of dolls.
Thought I'd find you here. Never pays to bet against you, does it? I
You're
saw the signal.
so right.
I knew you'd be back, Corvo. I knew it. We'll need to get out of here soon. The Admiral controls the military now, Martin's High Overseer, and Pendleton's in favor with the aristocracy and Parliament. They need Emily, of course. But if Havelock senses that it's all about to fall down around him, who knows what he's liable to do. Good. Then it's one more trip across the river to where it meets the sea. That's where the Lord Regent was building his new lighthouse. Ought to be something to see.
Oh, I missed 20 coins. The leaders of the Loyalist conspiracy have moved to a monumental lighthouse, the final military project devised by the Lord. They're holding Emily as they struggle to tighten their hold over the time to confront them, decide their fates, and of Dunwall.
This is it, sir. I suspect Havelock Martin and Lord Pendleton landed there a while ago and went into the lighthouse. Knowing them, they're not giving up without a fight. I remember hearing the Admiral and Martin talking about this place as where they'd hold up if they had to. Anybody going in has to breach the fort, the gatehouse. Then there's only one way to the top. All I can say is that it's been a pleasure serving with you. Maybe after all this is settled, we'll see each other again.
Oh, we will, Samuel. I want to have a drink with you, man.
Good luck, Corvo. If anyone deserves it, you do. Give my best to Emily. After she's on the throne, she won't have time for an old man like me. I knew you were sharp, Corvo. But somehow you managed to get through all this mess without losing sight of what really matters. For that, I respect you. The city's gonna pull itself up, I believe. Too many good people here to let it all turn to ashes. I'd best be going. The battlefield's no place for an old sailor like me. That time is long past. Good luck, my friend.
Poor Samuel.
Could the city get any worse?
Never doubt it.
Alright, last mission. We're gonna speed run this relatively quickly. Now that reminds me. I have enough for... I need one more ruin. I think we can leave right here, right? Control room key needed. They gave you so much health for this final mission. I guess it's because it's like they don't know where you're at, if that makes sense. Like they don't know what route you decided to do, what way you decided to tackle everything. So it's like they kind of have to give you everything here in a way, so that it's like you can make sure that you have enough resources to do the mission. Alright, seems like I am done in here. I think I can open this. Nope. Okay, we gotta wait for the tower to pass. Because it will detect me. Oh man, I'm kind of both. I'm kind of saddened and also happy though that this is the last, well, the last main story stream of Dishonored today, because we're on the cusp of finishing it.
Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight? Indeed, I believe so.
Some oak syrup there. I don't think you'll be starting to play music until it's like trusted me. Where are you going? Okay, cool. There's some a gun. Always where I need to go. Let's see here. If Music Boy doesn't get any closer. No, we haven't done possession yet.
Ricardus claims. Yes, yes.
Okay, so I'm here. Need the... You have the key on you? Of course not.
What's going on there?
Come check this corner if you're so curious. You won't. No balls.
Probably rats into everything.
Yeah, very, very big, hairy rat. I landed right next to him. He's like, greetings.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so the main... Okay, I can...
Huh?
Oh dear. Oh, it's a map. Okay.
Who turned off the wall of lights by the dock? That a good idea?
Couldn't tell you. The whole place is turning into a madhouse, if you ask me. Stupid gun.
A little bit of a gamer. I just need to knock out those who will betray me. Thank you. Betray me. Just gonna knock you out. Incendiary bolts. Nice. Dude, I kind of want to just do like a montage at the end of the game of just like murdering Havelock.
Can I buy your ration of elixir from today?
Bug someone else. Ha! You little bastard.
Are you coming down? Yes, you are. So we do. I'm trying to think of what way he's gonna come through this door. Just here's my plan. Ready? Big brain time. Gonna be here soon enough. Just shrink. Like I was never here. Alright, so we need to go.
Looks pretty clear from where I'm standing.
I don't think anyone knows what happened. We saw the little girl, the Empress, go through the gatehouse and into the lighthouse proper. Then we heard shots. Then we rushed the gatehouse, put it sealed. What makes us right and them wrong?
I didn't mean wrong like morally wrong. Who cares about that? I meant like the canon we're bringing up has a right end and a wrong end to be on. Ha! Ha! Nasty furry filth.
Alright, that was an unavoidable sleep dart. We all know it. Oh dear. I don't think I've ever actually taken this way. Are you going up the stairs or staying right there? Two arrows. Kind of unfortunate, but hey ho, here we are. We're nearby here. Okay, I need to open the drainage. Where is the control for this? Where'd the other body go? Oh dear.
I can smell you from here.
Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around, thank you. Good grief. Our file on there. Oh, this one's just a pure, you can't. You have to rewire this one. That's no fun. Well.
What's going on there? Lost it. Get up there.
Yep. Cool. Can we go above it?
Hey, don't you owe me a drink?
Don't tick to 3. Suck. Alright, what's more with feeling? Sorry, I'm like so quiet now. There's really not much left to say that I kind of want to save for the end of the game. Like, you know, when credits roll and all that.
Huh?
He dead, didn't he? Son of a gun, dude. Why you gotta do that to me? Why? Look what you made me do! No, like, I'm only really being quiet right now because it's like I want to have my thoughts saved for the end when we get to the end of the game so that I can kind of, like, explain my favorite things about this game, the thing I liked about it, you know, that kind of stuff. So I'm, like, more or less being... I gotta knock this guy out. We're gonna go on a trip on our favorite rocket ship. Man, at least, like, Fails, though. I mean, 2 deaths. Alright, while we're here, though, I do need to use the restroom, so I'll be right back. Fortunately, the side effects of drinking while streaming is that eventually you do have to use the restroom. So give me a moment, I'll be back in a few minutes. If that. Alright, back. So, what I was getting at is I want to, like, have a moment to kind of compile my thoughts. Before I, like, go full tilt into, like, my thoughts about the game and, like, where I sit, where I stand, how I feel about it. Because, like, it should be pretty clear. I absolutely love this game. Like, this is one of my all-time favorite games in history. Like, if I had to, like, do a ranking order of, like, what I like in a game and, like, how much freedom something like this gives you to do the things you want to do, this game is up there. Like, this game is a very linear story, more or less, with a lot of side objectives that you can do. As you've seen in that last mission. Like, that was the first time I've ever actually encountered that survivor group. When you're breaking out of Rudshore to escape from the assassins. First time I've ever seen that. And to me, that's kind of cool that I've played through this game like 3 or 4 times at this point, and I'm still finding those things that I have not experienced yet in this game. And it's kind of a level of, how do I want to put this, like, replayability that you won't know until you've, like, gone through and done it all yourself, right? So one of the things, though, that is kind of annoying, I'll kind of get to that at the end, because I don't want to spoil what happens here, but with some of the decisions you make, there is unfortunately an ending, and I mentioned it earlier when we were dealing with Dowd, because the Knife of Dunwall DLC is a thing. This game is, like, at its 10th anniversary here soon, because I think it released in 2016. No, it didn't release in 2016. I don't remember when this game released. I need to look it up. But, one of the things about it is that, like, we've had, this game has been out for as long as it has, and it's one of those few gem games where it's like, man, it would be so cool if we got a remaster of this game. In the sense of, like, adding in more stuff than, like, the base game did. Not in the sense of, like, oh, well, it needs updated graphics, because, brother, I can assure you, this game does not need new graphics. This game is still a piece of art. Its art style is ridiculous. Ridiculously good for what it is. I mean, yeah, the graphics are a bit mid, but, like, it's a product of the time, and it's a very stylized choice to kind of do, like, this cel-shaded aesthetic. And I really, really dig that. And so, much like how I'm working on the Halo Combat Evolved script for the review for that game, I'm also working on the Dishonored one, because to me, a lot of what these games entail, simply put, is they're very much products of their time. Okay. I'm gonna hold that thought for a second. I'm gonna save. And I'm gonna let Havelock talk.
Ballistic, bitter Pierre, rejected from the academy. Samuel, the useless old, hungry for purpose. Couldn't be with us. Unjustly dismissed for the name over an affair of honor. My friends, the times we've had. I'm almost sorry this moment so. Our enemies have fallen. We put an empress on the throne who will take years to grow up. And by the time she does, this is all Martin's fault. We hadn't helped Corvo get out of prison. Corvo hadn't been so damn good at his job. We hadn't gotten greedy, afraid. Always too sure that was the problem. Never hesitated. Too sure of what I wanted. Too sure of what I wanted to do when other men stopped to consider. Saw it as a weakness. I know Corvo's coming for me just like he came for the others. Crossing the island below like it was nothing. It's only a question of how and when. I'm lacking a countermove. It's all fallen apart. All the steps that led us here made sense. When I was young, I went to sea, took command of a ship, and made aimless men into sailors. Made a collection of boats into a navy. Then founded a conspiracy and almost led an empire. No compromise. Never showed mercy. Never showed weakness. And I showed the world what mattered. Will and vision. And not being afraid of getting dirty. And now, I'll lose it all to a man with a faster sword hand. Or is it that he has a slower sword hand? There's something wrong with the world. It'll make a good story for the history. I'll have a good epitaph. In his time, he commanded a noble lord, a high overseer, and an empress. The man who brought down a titan. Admiral Havelock, son of the high ocean.
It's really touching, Havelock. So, now we get to do the fun thing, chat. And it's kind of going to be our poetic send-off. Because, if you haven't noticed, I said I'm streaming till 9 o'clock today. And we're at the tail end of this game. And I don't know if I'll have enough yapping to do afterwards to kind of share enough thoughts to bridge the gap to 4 hours. So we've done a lot of non-killing this playthrough, and I got a very arsenal. So I'm gonna do the funny thing, and I'm just gonna let it rip. So we're gonna save the game once more. And I think it's time we had a little bit of fun with this guy. Wouldn't you agree? So first things first, disc bullet. Boom, headshot. All right, explosive bullet done. Boom, headshot. Burn, baby, burn. Alright, one more. Alright, let's do... I wonder if this will do a headshot kill. Point! it's a little sadistic, I'll be honest with you. You know, I'm not above admitting that this is a little crazy. But I kind of also just, like, fire in the hole. Take 2. You lived? Alright. So we've done that. Now let's go ahead. Alright, so far we've killed him with bow. Alright, got a regular shot on him, we got those. Only thing I haven't done yet is...
Admiral Havelock has seen more corpses than all the rest put together. He has killed whales and men for profit and pleasure. He has the bloodlust. He tried to seize control of the military after the Empress. After she, the Empress, was murdered. Look at him. Admiral Havelock grows restless on land. There was a younger brother, an artist, sensitive, soft, taken at 9 by a fever. Havelock loved him truly. Admiral Havelock has seen more corpses than all the rest put together.
Okay. So now, we're gonna do a very fun way to kill this dude. I mean, we almost killed ourselves there, but hey, we got him. So now, did the spring mines. We did the razor. Let's see, what else do we need to kill him with yet? We did the explosive, we did crossbow, we did the incinerator bow. The only thing left to kill him with is direct sword combat. So that is what we're going to do.
Did you think I'd fight you, Corvo? Sorry to disappoint. This is yours. The key to Emily's cell. She'll be glad to see you. You made quite an impression on her. Did you know that? She asked about you constantly. Where you were, what you've been doing. I told her. In the end, I told her everything. From the start, when we had such noble goals in mind, to the end, when we were afraid, fighting in secrecy about who we could trust and who we had to kill. Arguing over who would act as new Lord Regent. And she listened, eyes wide. She's become an interesting girl. If she lives, she'll make a memorable empress.
If she lives.
Wait, who is that? Someone get over here!
Alright. That's not how I wanted that to go, so we're gonna do that again. Alright, so now I want to do a drop assassination on him. I think I need to be behind him. Hold on, we're trying it again. This part of the film is good.
Fight you, Corvo?
Yeah, so he poisoned Pendleton and Martin. So it was just him in the end.
Who is that? Admiral Havelock? If you don't let me out, I'm going to make you stand in a corner until you learn how to behave. Corvo?
Hold on, Emily. Alright. We have not done any of this without Corvo, and for that I will be grateful, but I fear he did not have the vision to see the future we must achieve for Dunwall. He will not maintain our grip on the Empire with a little girl setting policy, and I believe Corvo loyalty to the Caldwin women would have clouded his head. Is she truly his daughter? We will take Dunwall to the pinnacle of strength, but Corvo's role in this cannot ever be recognized. He must be vilified, and when I take the reins of the city, of the Empire, I will be seen as a hero and protector. So, in case... Oh, hold on.
Done such things. Cowardly things that I'm ashamed of. How could anyone ever forgive us? Would they? Even if things are better? No, that's not how it works. Once the bureaucrats step in, everything gets muddy. If anyone ever knew, we'd all lose our heads for this. So no one can know. And could we ever control Emily with Corvo around? That's the question that sticks in my mind. We need to make our final move, and we need to make it cleanly. No loose ends. Only a few in the know. The ones with the most to lose.
Yeah, so, there we go. We knocked Havelock out.
Corvo! I knew you'd come. Is it going to be okay now? Will I be Empress?
Yeah, shut up, Kasuna. Sorry for taking so long to recognize you, but I was so flabbergasted that not only did I fail the parry, but then I also failed to do a drop assassination on him like I wanted to. But yeah, that's the end of Dishonored. So I'm going to go silent and let the end credits play out, and then I will share my thoughts. I probably am going to have to skip, though, the very end credits, because I think the song is copyrighted. So we'll see. But we'll go from there. So, but yeah, once the written credits roll, I'll skip, because I don't think the vocals of the music start until that point. So, the end.
So ends the interregnum, and now Emily Caldwin the First will take her mother's throne after a season of turmoil. You will stand at her side, Corvo, guiding her young mind and protecting her from those who seek to exploit her or cause her harm. You watched and listened when other men would have shouted in rage. You held back instead of striking. So it is, with the passing of the plague and Emily's ascension, comes a golden age, brought about by your hand.
Oh, she made it nice.
And decades hence, when your hair turns white and you pass from this world, Empress Emily, Emily the Wise, at the height of her power, will lay your body down within her mother's great tomb, because you are more to her than royal protector. Farewell, Corvo.
Uh-oh. I don't know if it'll... Alright, cool. Let me skip. That was Dishonored! I talked about it earlier before you got here, but this has been one of my all-time favorite games that I've ever played. So thankful I got to share it all with you. Some thoughts about the game that I had mentioned earlier before I was going to go confront Havelock and have my murder spree. But with everything that this game has done, even after all this time, there are still things that I'm finding. I'm Stretch interrupting me. Brother! Oh, you're making me do so much right now, man. Thanks. I don't know if you heard it, but I took a sip of water. But like, all I got left in there is ice, so we'll make do for now. I'll grab another water bottle here in a bit. But that was Dishonored. As said earlier, one of my favorite games I've ever had the pleasure of playing. It's one of my favorite world settings because it's so... It's not that it's unique in the sense that it's like, oh, it's steampunk, but they take the aspect of steampunk and give it a twist with whale oil and everything being related to that industry, right? You missed it, but earlier when we were going through the flooded district, that was where the whale oiling industry really took off in Dunwall, in the island of Gristle. And there was lore about how it's like, you know, how they went to go do the whaling, how they went to go do, you know, how people reacted to the whale hunts and stuff like that. And, you know, in that all, it briefly touched on what the aspects of the world where it's like, well, yeah, we could do something different about this, but this is what works. So it like also ties into the brutality of this world and how everyone has been, since the inception of the city, has become cutthroat because of the nature of the beast, right? So in this setting, and part of the reason why the outsider, the void god, let's say, takes such a great interest in you is because this game gives you an entire sandbox at your disposal. You have so many different weapons at your disposal. You have so many different abilities at your disposal. You have so many different ways to tackle what the game is presented to you. But you're always given a choice of how you do it. You're still locked in the single player story, which it's kind of a shame I didn't want to continue BioShock because I honestly, when I started playing this game, I just couldn't help myself. I wanted to continue playing this game more so than BioShock. And I'll touch on this again when I get back to BioShock. Because out of the two games, this game doesn't show its sign of age in the sense of gameplay feel. It shows its sign of age in some of just like in ways that we would take for granted, like how fast the game loads now, how well the game holds up in graphics, how well it runs on PC, but a lot of that has come over time. With this all though, some of the things that always stuck out to me in this game is how open-ended they left a lot of the questions that you would have even after the game. Like, you still don't know at the end of the game, officially, at this point, if you haven't played Dishonored 2, you have no idea if Emily is actually Corvo's daughter. It's alluded to that that may be the case because everybody's trying to speculate why is this such a big deal, and why Corvo is just this force in nature when it comes to this all. Because they're not aware. Like, Martin alludes to it earlier in the game when he sees the mark on your hand. He's like, that's an occult symbol. So are you dabbling in black magic? And, well, you're not given a dialogue line to reply to him. But it's one of those things where, like, it's more that subtle world building where it's like people are aware of a little bit of what you can do, but not to the degree of how well you can do those things. And it kind of ties into that whole idea of, like, what does it mean to be the Lord Protector that was framed for the assassination of the Empress you had been sworn to and chosen by, because when you're, and the reason why I mentioned the chosen by thing is because you learn about that during your confrontation with Dowd, where it's like the Empress or the Monarch, like the Emperor or the Monarch, whoever is in control, they choose their Lord Protector at age 12. So, at age 12, assumedly, Corvo was picked by Jessamine to be her royal protector. And then, as the game progresses, it kind of makes you wonder then if she chose him at a young age because of he was referred to as a boy that came from Serkonos, like a different island in the region. It was like the first time they ever picked somebody from outside of Dunwall to be the Lord Protector. And so then there's an intrigue in there too, where it's like, were they, young lovers as then, and then is that why people are assuming Emily is Corvo's daughter? Is that the bigger role that Corvo plays in this all? Is that why Jessamine entrusted him to go around the Isles to talk about everything? Before try to get help for the plague and everything that was going on, and then to see through the game how every one of the people that you end up choosing to spare instead of kill ends up meeting a fate worse than death if you choose to do the good route. Like a good example of that is in the Flooded District, the first person you deal with in the assassination is the High Overseer Campbell, Thaddeus Campbell, right? And so you can either choose to kill him, execute him, let him drink a poisoned drink, high chaos, just blow the dude's head off with your gun, or you can do what is the heretic brand, where it's this chemical branding you put on the dude's face that shuns him from all of society because the overseers deemed him a heretic and a pagan worshiper, right? Like this guy that because in this world there's a lot of like religious undertones similar to like witch hunts and the alike. So to have that kind of play out where you can give him a fate worse than death by turning him, letting him get branded by a heretic, abandoned by everybody, you missed it. But you end up running into him again while you're in the Flooded District when you go to get your gear back. And, well, as you're getting your gear back, you find him as a weeper. So he's been consumed by the plague, and his last notes are cursing you to your death that he wrote down. Like, his final breaths were nothing about lament, nothing about, feeling sorry for what he's done, how he betrayed the Empire. He's still even in his final, like, cognitive moments, sat there and still scorned you, even though he ruined your life actively. So it's kind of cool how the game even gives you a second chance to kill him out of everyone that you go through in this game to like deal with, right? So like with the Boyles, for example, the Lady Boyles, when we go to the party, you don't get a second chance to kill them. Like if you choose to do the mercy route, you don't get a second chance to kill them. Dowd, that's essentially one of the game's boss fights, is like you can go in and handle Dowd any way you see fit. And out of all the people, it's like, well, that's the one you should kill, right? But the game still gives you the option to kill him, spare his life, or just flat out ignore him. And like what we did in this playthrough is we stole his key without him even noticing, and then we snuck out of the assassin's area after basically knocking out the majority of his henchmen. I think we only left like a handful alive, but that was because I didn't know if we'd be able to actually finish the game before end of stream today, and I kind of wanted to get through the main part of the game by this point. And so coincidentally it left me with enough time to still talk about my thoughts about the game, along with some other things. This game, I'm actually going to look it up because I made point of it earlier. I don't remember when this game was released. Do a cheeky little Google search here. So this game released in 2012. 13 years ago, right? So this game has been out for 10 years. Or over 10 years. And it's like, out of all the games that, like, in my opinion, would deserve like a remastered treatment, that should get one, that hasn't ever come up in conversation for it, Dishonored's up there for me. But it's also one of those things though too, where it's like, well, does it necessarily need a remaster, right? Like, this game is so good as is right now. It's like, I mean, I even touched on it earlier, but it's like, I'm still finding things in this game that I had no idea about. Like when you're escaping the Rudshore corpse pit, as it were, you can run into survivors that are actually hiding out in some of the destroyed buildings, and you're given an optional mission to save them by basically distracting the guards and turning off these arc pylons so they can escape. And it's one of those things that's actually kind of fascinating to me because it's like I've played this game at least 4 or 5 times, never ran into that whatsoever. I never even thought to look for something like that. And then there's other instances in this game too where it's like if you trail off the beaten path to try to find the things, you're given more to do to help cement yourself as this paragon of justice in a world that's utterly betrayed you by every stretch of the means, right? So you have it where you're put in this environment where by all rights you should just like full-blown just kill them all, right? But if you kill them all, aren't you only reinforcing to the populace that you did do the deed? So it's cool how this game presents those kind of questions to you in a way where it doesn't affect the story except for the very end. Like that credit scene you saw is low chaos, good ending. You can get a low chaos, bad ending where you fail to save Emily. It's very hard to do, but that is one of the secret ways that one of the secret endings you can get to the game. There's the you killed everyone, but you still had low chaos, so you only killed the people responsible for like the different deaths, right? Well, it still adds in a line about how M at the end where she lays to rest, she's not Emily the Wise, she's Emily the, I want to say it's like the cutthroat, like the like something of that regard. I'd pull up the videos, but I don't want to sit there and have to stream up, be searching for the videos on YouTube to talk about it. And it's points that I'll bring up in my script when I work on my review for this, because one of the things I want to do with the games that I stream is I want to have it where it's like I'm going in there and afterwards I actually talk about the game that I am, going through, right? I'm talking about and going over the various different things about them. Like the Halo script is, say, close to like 50% done. Now that I finished Dishonored, I'm going to start working on that. I think I'll start working on that at work and do kind of more like an open no flow script where I just bring out the highlight points and then just talk about them. Because we still also have the Knife of Dunwall DLC. So we got the, I'm not going to bother with the trials, but we got the Knife of Dunwall, which is Dowd's story up until a certain point, and then you got the Brigmore Witches, which is continuing Dowd's story and kind of leading into Dishonored 2. We'll go through both of these at some point, but we'll probably wait to do them until for a little bit. I'll probably go back and do some more BioShock before we start these two. But with it all, though, you can still go into Dishonored 2 without ever actually, like, loading it up. And one of the things that does stink, and they kind of spoil it here, but the game still has a specific ending that they have in mind for you to go through. Like, there is a canon way that this story unfolds. And that is kind of a shame, because it does end up eliminating the choices that you make for the following game, right? So, when you go back to the Hound's Pit pub, you can save Piero and Anton, right? You can choose to save them, or you can let them die. So if you choose to save them, well, you get part of the good ending where we do end up finding a cure for the rat plague, because those two start working together, putting their minds together to make the perfect elixir that ends up curing the citizens of Dunwall that are affected by the plague. So, in a way, even though, technically some of the people that you end up, like Campbell, for example, you brand him as a heretic and he becomes a weeper, you could technically have it where he could still get cured. I'm assuming he won't, though, because of what the heretic brand does. is basically you're cast out from the religious sect and the religious order. You then go in and can't be helped by society. You're branded as somebody that needs to be scorned. Like you're not supposed to touch them, you're not supposed to help them. You are literally only letting them rot. But yeah, so like, you save Anton and Piero, you get to get the rat plague cured. If you choose not to save them, well, they both die. The plague never gets cured, and it eventually rots Dunwall out. But in the second game, and because of like the Knife of Dunwall DLC and all these other things, well, choices that you make in this game don't unfortunately roll over to the next game, and that's kind of more of like a part of the review for Dishonored 2. But I only mention it now because it's worth mentioning if you're curious about if this game has that synergy. And I'm sure everyone that's watching this stream or this VOD when it's uploaded on YouTube are aware of these different things. Like, there are some things about this game where it's like, unlike Mass Effect 1 and 2 and 3, which I haven't played yet, maybe I'll stream those games, we'll see. Although admittedly I'm a little hesitant with streaming or buying anything with EA until we know what's going on with the Saudi Arabia acquisition of EA. Which is a shame too, because I really, really wanted to buy Battlefield 6 because I had so much fun playing that game. And I don't know if I want to support that. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, though, with this game and everything else that is going on, fantastic game. I would give this the base game, I would give it a solid... Shoot, man. I haven't really rated a game or talked about a game as giving it a number, because I beat Halo Combat Evolved and I didn't even give that a number. Halo Combat Evolved, nowadays I couldn't give it a 10 out of 10 because there's just some things that haven't aged well, and that could be just a symptom of it being on the MCC versus being on its original hardware, which is something that should be taken into consideration when rating older games, because this game did take forever to load back in the day on 360. This game also had a lot of issues with some performance stuff back then on the 360, depending on if you had the Elite or the original one. We had both, so I got to experience both. But ultimately, this game is still is a masterpiece. I highly recommend it to anyone that's ever interested in playing a story-focused RPG where you're playing a very specific character and you're given just this sandbox of things that you're supposed to tackle the game however you want. The one thing I will say, though, is if you like stealth games, this game is pretty good at it. But it also kind of has that whole stealth game approach where it's well, you can still be stealthy if you just kill everyone. But in a market where there's not a ton of stealth games out currently, besides your Assassin's Creeds, but even them, they're not really stealth games anymore, are they? This game is fantastic. 10 out of 10. Would recommend, as is in the current day. It's pretty cheap. It's a shame it doesn't have more attention on Twitch, but it's also just a victim of how old it is. I mean, this game is dang near 15 years old at this point. So there's not going to be a lot of attention on it because of that. But other than that, we're going to probably start playing BioShock again to get back through that game. Where we left off there was with Sander Cohen. An evening with Sander Cohen. And I'm not sure if I broke the mission or not, so we'll see when I get back to it. But for now, I want to thank you so very much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys coming out and watching my streams. Feel free to, with the VOD, also the first time I'm doing this because I didn't even bother doing with a Halo Combat Evolved one, but feel free to subscribe and share with this when it's uploaded to YouTube. The VODs will still stay live on Twitch as long as Twitch allows them to be live for. This series, I already have a playlist on YouTube. I will admit I did make kind of an accident when I uploaded it all to YouTube. I misordered some of the episodes, so I had to go in and kind of like adjust them accordingly in the playlist. During the last couple streams of Dishonored, I had a lot of internet outages, so like my stream would just cut off randomly, so I didn't know how much the stream was missed, so I'd have to recap till it's like, oh, well, this is where I left off on my stream, this is where we're at, this is what you missed. So the only thing I wish I would have done differently with this game's playthrough is I wish I would have went and recorded it separately, but I don't have the hardware space to do that just yet. So that is the next goal that I'm going to do on my end as far as like improving the stream for you guys. But I've already said it once, I'll say it again. I am so very thankful that you wanted to tune in and watch this. I'm going to go ahead and go offline for the night. It has been nearly 4 hours of streaming, which, you know, I try to get longer streams in on the weekend when I can. Some housekeeping stuff though. We added Boo into the widgets for the channel point redeems. We also added a new emote. We added in Sponge Wave, which is just SpongeBob waving, right? You know, nothing too crazy there. And then we also did. Let me. What? Try to see if it'll let me do it on my phone. I don't know if it will. See the cheer thing. That makes sense. I can't cheer my own channel. But yeah, so we got more. We got the Boo set up. Next week, Monday, we'll put up a poll for the other sound alerts we want to add in here. But yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome night. Again, appreciate you so much for tuning in, and I will see you all next time. Take care.